Mad News. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Mad News with your host, F4 Bizzo, coming to you live and direct from the Mad News headquarters right here in London. So, what is the Mad News for today? Daily Mad News. According to the BBC News, Prince Andrew arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office as King says law must take his course. This is actually breaking news at the moment. So, they stopped using the word prince, but I'm going to use the word prince. Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been arrested and is in custody on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Let's read the full police statements. Daily Mad News. As part of the investigation, we have today, the 19th of February, arrested a man in his 60s from Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. The man remains in police custody at this time. We will not be naming the arrested man as per national guidance. Please also remember that this case is not active, so care should be taken with any publication to avoid being in contempt of court. Daily Mad News. Assistant Chief Constable Oliver Wright said, following a thorough assessment, we have now opened an investigation into this allegation of misconduct in public office.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
It is important that we protect the integrity and objectivity of our investigation as we work with our partners to investigate this alleged offense. We understand the significant public interest in this case and will provide updates at the appropriate time.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Okay, this is my take on this here. The public is not interested in the police arresting Prince Andrew on misconduct of public offense. We're not interested in that. We want you to arrest Prince Andrew in relation to the sexual offenses of children. That's what the public wants. The public wants Prince Andrew arrested in offenses related to child trafficking, child mutilation, and child violence. That's what the public wants. I mean, what do you guys think? Daily Mad News. This is what I think here. I think this is a propaganda. Because of the public outcry on Prince Andrew, Peter Mandelson, and the cohort, the inner circle of the child molestation ring, because of the public outcry on this issue, the British establishment decided to take an action, and the action that's taken is totally rubbish. I mean, and I'm going to explain to you why I think it's totally bogus. Now, let's go through the whole history here. Now, let's go through another headline here. Virginia Godfrey's family issued emotional statement following Prince Andrew's arrest. I mean,
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
I mean, these people don't even know what's going on right now. Everyone is being played. Let's go deeper into this. Let me see if I can read this properly. Yeah. Virginia Godfrey's family issued emotional statement following Prince Andrew's arrest. Virginia Godfrey's relatives backed the arrest of Andrew Mount Windsor on suspected misconduct as police probe alleged sharing of confidential documents with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, that's what the police is arresting Prince Andrew for. Let's have a look at it. He said, this is what the police is doing. The police is probing alleged sharing of confidential documents with Jeffrey Epstein. And that was because during that time, Prince Andrew was an ambassador, trade ambassador, something like that, on behalf of the UK. So they are saying that he was sharing this top secret document with Jeffrey Epstein. And they only found this evidence through the Epstein files. I mean, that's where they found the evidence. They found the evidence of this arrest through the Epstein files. amidst the other evidence of child molestation, child abuse, child mutiny, and even narration of victims on the email. Even pictures of Miss Prince Andrew doing all sort of nonsense. I mean, daily mag news. Every single one of these people, including the social security service, including the establishment, they all in this on this. Every single one of you guys are in it. So you're not gonna come up with some bogus arrest on sharing documents. That's not what the public wants to see. I mean,
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
anyway, let's just keep going. So this is what Virginia Godfrey's family are all thinking now. The whole world is thinking Prince Andrew is being arrested on Jeffrey Epstein's case, whereas the opposite is actually the fact. He's been arrested and on something totally unrelated to child abuse and all those demonic Baal activities that we've seen in those files. Daily Mag News. This is another headline here, from the Independent. Andrew Mountbatten arrested. Latest. Police search Royal Lodge as King Charles released statement.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Are you telling me right now is the time that police are actually searching Royal Lodge? Come on. Are you having a laugh? After how many years? What do you expect to get? Anyway, William and Kate support the King's statement as former prince detained on suspicion of misconduct in public office. There's a pattern in this. You have to understand that the BBC covered Jimmy Savile for a long time. And we also found out that the prince is a very close friend of Jimmy Savile. So is the king right now telling us that during the time of the close friendship with Jimmy Savile, he didn't know anything about that. He didn't know anything about that. He didn't partake in that. Okay, fine. Now, the same pattern is happening with this prince. We've seen the pictures of this prince. When this prince was going overseas, he had royal guards, he had escorts, he had police bodyguards following him overseas. Where are the bodyguards now? According to the Epstein files, those bodyguards also partake in massages. I mean,
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Why haven't those bodyguards been arrested and been debriefed by the police? These are the questions I want us to ask. I think this Epstein files is some sort of reaction to actually distraction to what's actually going on around us. And this arrest is it's a small screen, because this prince is actually going nowhere. Daily Mag News. This prince is going to no prison. He's probably on house arrest. Maybe they arrested him and put him in a royal cell. I mean, has anybody seen him being arrested? Which police station did they book him in? Let's see the picture. Let's see the mugshot. Let us see the mugshot of the prince. Let us see the mugshot of the prince in the CPS looking like this, taking pictures. Then we will believe that this guy has been arrested. Let's see the mugshot. We are not fools anymore. Let's see the mugshot of Prince Andrew in a police cell. We need to see that right now. Daily Mag News. Now, let's go deeper into this here. This is another headline from the Times. It says, Buckingham Palace ready to support police if contacted over Andrew allegation amid Epstein row.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Hold on a second. Buckingham Palace are only ready to support the police if contacted over the Epstein files. Hold on a second. What was the Buckingham Palace doing all this while? I mean, he is being the scapegoat right now, because this is all part of the whole Ochelan. If you read through the Epstein files, they are all in on it. I mean, so right now, he is the one That's going to be the slippers that everyone's going to be step on. I mean, can we read through this now? Buckingham Palace ready to support police if contacted over Andrew allegation amid Epstein row. 2019-2020, we know that the BBC went into the Buckingham Palace to interview Prince Andrew. Why didn't Buckingham Palace come out then to help the police support Prince Andrew? You see what I'm talking about? We're not stupid.
No words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Now, listen to this. Buckingham Palace said King Charles III will, if approached, support police as they assess claims related to his brother and his ties to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, the police should start by asking the king to. Let's start with the investigation with Jimmy Savile. There might be relational links with Jimmy Savile and Jeffrey Epstein.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
But they said that the king has made clear his words and though unprecedented action is profound concern at allegations which continues to come to light in respect of his brother's conduct. This statement read, while the specific claims in the questions are for Mr. Battle Whistle to address, if we are approached by Thames Valley Police, we stand ready to support them as you would expect. I mean,
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than
they playing us like fiddle. You know, when you go to the Royal Palace and you see those Scottish fiddle, that's how they're playing us right now. I mean, they're playing us like fiddle. Now, let me go to another headline for you guys. Prince Andrew moved out of Royal Lodge early after latest Epstein's files. That was around February here. Yeah. Andrew Mountbatten has moved out of his home in Windsor to Sandrian Estate in Norfolk. Why didn't the police go there and arrest him right there while he was in Windsor? Because that was where he was living. And we've seen in the Epstein files that Mr. Epstein himself was right here. He was right here riding horses. I mean, he was right here in this palace in Windsor, mounting the horses like Mountbatten. I mean, Daily News. If the police really want evidence, where do you think the evidence is going to be? It's going to be in all the addresses that Prince Andrew was involved in during the Epstein file, which include Buckingham Palace, Windsor Palace, Sandrian Palace, and every other palaces. This guy was on the palace cruise. I mean, it was everywhere. It was everywhere, and they knew it. But the propaganda, the smoking was that they moved him out of Windsor into this new address. Now they arrested him. Now, listen to this piece. Sandrian Estate is privately owned by the king and he will pay the cost of his brother's new home. It is believed he will ultimately live at Marsh Farm on the estate. Now, let's go through this important news. Let's check this out. This was in January 5th this year. Yeah. No probe into Prince Andrew over Jeffrey Epstein claims, says UK police. I mean, you can't make this up, man. A New York judge on Wednesday began to unseal the identities of those linked in the documents to disgraced U.S. financier Jeffrey Epstein, who buried himself in 2019 in jail.
Okay, bye-bye.
Now, UK police said Friday that no investigation has been launched into Prince Andrew after an anti-monarchy group filed a complaint based on recent released U.S. documents detailing people linked to accused sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. A New York judge on Wednesday began to unseal the identities of those linked in the document to disgrace U.S. financier Epstein, who buried himself in 2019 while awaiting trial. Yeah? And then, Andrew, who is formerly known as the Duke of York, is accused of groping a woman, which he denies. Yeah? Now, Republic which once an elected British head of state said in a statement on Thursday that we've just reported Andrew to the police. Opposition leader Keir Starmer, a former chief state prosecutor, also on Friday said that police should look at the new claims. So everyone is already telling the police to look at the claims. But the Metropolitan said Friday, no investigation has been launched. Remember, no investigation has been launched into the sexual allegation claims. The prince was only arrested for sharing this trade secret. You know what I mean?
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
So this is what I'm trying to say to you. Guys, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled at all. Let's listen to what the BBC got to say about this, though. Let's see.
Of course, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has denied any allegations when it comes to his links to Jeffrey Epstein, whether that is sexual allegations or whether it's these issues around misconduct in a public office. We haven't actually specifically heard from him, though, since these latest files were released. But also, don't forget, the reputation of the institution is so important at the moment, and that, I think, is why we have had this statement quickly. There has been a response. I think that is a step change in this new reign. I think you do now have a monarch who realises that he needs to be responsive and respond quickly when it comes to a scandal like this one. It's certainly different from Queen Elizabeth's reign. But also at the heart of this, you have got a family. And from all the conversations I've had, there is no doubt that discussions have been going on behind the scenes in terms of those wider calls for Andrew Mountbatten Windsor to talk more openly to authorities.
It was discovered in the Epstein files that the Queen and the King paid for the damages that Prince Andrew had. They actually paid to cover up their brother. It's a known fact. This is not allegation. It's in the Epstein files that the late Queen and the recent King paid to cover up their brother.
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
But right now, it just came over for Andrews.
Mamma mia!
It's game over for you. You're the scapegoat.
Okay, bye-bye.
You are the scapegoat of the Epstein's list. And you know what? Nothing is gonna happen. Right now, what I think the situation is right now is this.
Technologia!
Is the reason why they're out there in the open is because technology is out. Everyone is talking about it. They cannot control the narrative anymore because of technology. So right now, that's why Andrew is in this situation. Daily Mag News. So let me know what you think. Do you think this is a propaganda, or do you think Prince Andrew actually is going to be arrested for real, as the families of Mrs. Godfrey is actually thinking that he's been arrested in relation to the case, which we know that the reason why the police is arresting Prince Andrew is because of sharing confidential documents with Jeffrey Epstein. It's nothing to do with the sexual or child abuse allegation or child trafficking or child mutilation or cannibalism. What is about is just that Prince Andrew shared some state secret with Jeffrey Epstein that the police discovered in the Epstein file. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm just overreacting, that nothing's gonna happen to Prince Andrew? That is never, no one actually. I believe nobody, no one in this world, none of these people in this Epstein files, I believe none of these people in this Epstein files is ever gonna be brought to justice. Personally, I believe no one is gonna be brought to justice on this Epstein case. Nobody, none of these people named in the Epstein files is gonna be brought to justice. Do you know why I believe so? The reason why I believe that is, in the past few years, the whole world has been desensitized to child mutilation, massive vaporization of children, if you know what I mean. We've been exposed to or desensitized to massive child killing. and we've been exposed to all this child abuse, child mutilation, all for a reason. It's all for a reason. It's all for a big agenda. That's why they're bringing out all these files. That's why they're bringing out there. Yeah, this is what we do. I know the worst out of it. Nobody is going to go down for this. I bet you no one is going to go down for this. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm right? Or do you think at last justice is being done on this case? Let me know what you think. So far, I've had a lot of problem with my YouTube channel. That's why I've been out today. But if you like what I do, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Daily Madness. Until I see you again on the next episode of the Daily Madness. It's your boy F4 Bizo, and I'm out. Daily Madness. Madness. Daily Madness. My news. Daily Madness.